Hey guys, Meathead Moto back with you for another video. Out riding and tootling around again. Out in my favorite area to ride here. That's not the Black Hills, unfortunately. And I'm getting stuck behind a horse trailer. So I guess that's as good a time as any to introduce the topic of this video. And it's kind of going to be it's going to be very opinionated. But, you know, I've been seeing a lot of, I see it every year around this time of the year, and especially in like the spring and even the summer, like mainly during peak riding seasons, like people talking about like grass clippings on the road and whatnot. And, you know, I gotta say that I can't, the argument is, okay, obviously, grass clippings on the road, especially if the grass is wet, is very dangerous for motorcyclists. I 100% agree with that premise. But, you know, the problem that I have with the whole, like, getting upset about it is that, like, I don't hear the same amount of people getting upset about gravel trucks carrying gravel from site to site, you know, when they're redoing roads and they're spilling tons and tons of gravel on the road. I mean, that's like riding over marbles. Like, I don't hear people all in up and roaring about this gravel being dumped on the road and the sand. Like, for me personally, if I wanted to be up and roaring about something, it would be the sand that's left over when the winter is done and, you know, they haven't cleared off the roads yet. They haven't, you know, swept the roads or anything, and there's a shit ton of sand everywhere. But I don't hear anybody yelling and kicking and screaming about it either, you know. So to me it's like, well, why are we getting all hot and bothered over grass when there's just as, like, look at all that gravel, see that? I'm not losing my shit over it. I learned to adapt. You got to learn to just adapt to what's going on. And again, I'm sure every one of you has seen a post like that where it's like in either in a Facebook group or somebody on Instagram or something that, like, they bitch about grass clippings on the ground, and it's like, well, and then also, like, what about it's escaping me right now. Like, if you want to get all upset too about, like, all the road hazards on the road, then you're just asking to be catered to rather than just be getting, you know, being a good rider and just addressing the threat, assessing how you're gonna handle it, executing that maneuver or that technique to avoid, you know, going down, avoid hitting it straight on. You know, we're all capable riders out here. We all generally have either learned from experience or have taken a class and have now earned some experience. You know, I've ridden on gravel roads that are so loose it's like running on quicksand. I've run over grass that's been mowed off by farmers, like the tall grass from them mowing road ditch. Like, I've ridden in even like borderline icy conditions. Like, I've ridden in water, I've ridden in all this stuff. Like, it just baffles me that people look at like roads where it's not sloped correctly so the water doesn't drain, and nobody gets upset about that. Oh, there's gravel on the road from all the trucks doing road constructions. Nobody gets upset about that. How about the tar that's on the road that's got spilled again by road construction? Nobody's batting an eye to that. But somehow they decided that they wanted to draw the line at grass on the road as that being the most heinous act against motorcycles, and it's so deadly. It's like, there's a lot of shit that's deadly for motorcycles, guys. Come on. And I may be by myself here, or I may be in the minority here, but I can agree with you guys that the grass is a problem. However, don't act like it's the sole act out there that's so bad. Like, truck drivers don't give a shit about spilling gravel on the road, and I don't see anybody getting upset about it, you know? Yes, it actually can be blatant, because they do have tarps that they can roll over the top to prevent gravel from flying out, especially in like a windy day like today. But you don't see it. I don't see it very often. And then on the flip side too, yes, there are people that are blatant about it and push grass out on the road, and it's detrimental, it's scary. But, you know, kindly go up to them and ask them, hey, can you not do that, you know, whatever. Many of them are actually just clueless, and they're like, oh, I didn't have any idea that that was a problem, and blah blah blah. And yes, there are going to be assholes, but, you know, at the same time, you know, I can't get on the bandwagon of being all upset about grass clippings when I've seen so many other instances where, you know, people have lost tools and have lost plywood, and it's fallen on the road, and you're like, it's a huge hazard, and they don't care either. You know, it's just one of those things where it's like, I can't really get on the bandwagon. And I hope that nobody here on the channel and nobody that watches this video is going to be all butthurt about it, because I'm not attacking anybody. I'm just trying to be like, hey, you know, it's gonna happen, and you just make somebody aware that it is a problem. But, you know, you gotta accept the fact that a lot of people aren't gonna understand, and, you know, there's a lot of other hazards out in the road that are deadly to just motorcyclists that we have to deal with on the daily anyway. So just put it on the back of your plate, put it on the back of your mind, and being like, yep, okay. My 2 cents, guys. I hope that I don't, again, like I said, I hope I don't alienate anybody for feeling the way that they do. And I just want to say that, like, my 2 cents is that we got to deal with gravel, we got to deal with rain, we got to deal with animal carcasses, plywood, tools, fucking bungee cords that get thrown out of vehicles. Like, it's just another thing that, like, it's gonna get thrown at you, and you just gotta take it in stride, because what's it gonna do getting up all upset about it? It's not gonna do a damn thing. It's gonna happen every year. Just deal with it. I hope you all had a great time. Hope you're having a great life. Hoping you're staying healthy, and I'll see you in the next video. Keep the shiny side up, guys. Peace out.